Happiness, peace, relaxation. These things are all nice. How do you find them? How do you get them? Most notably is to look at your environment. Right now there is a dog barking outside my window and it is causing me unease. This is a obvious signifier that your environment is not correct. So I would recommend you move to a location, a physical location, a physical house where you're at peace. If you require a lot of space, then you will want to move to somewhere with a lot of space. If you like to be around other people, then move to a place which allows you to be around other people. That is the first one. Secondly, for physical things, it would be to surround yourself with things that you like, things that you enjoy. I just made myself a cup of tea in the pursuit of cultivating peace and happiness and such. I like tea, it's nice and warm, it tastes better than water, I think. It makes it feel nice. This means if you like art, surround yourself with art. And you can do this on your computer or your phone or whatever. More or less, you have the room and you have what's in the room. You know, the decoration of everything, the colours. You might like specific colours, you know, you can put that in your house, in your room. Dark colours maybe make you feel relaxed and intense. Maybe you like a light colour. You like imagining the sky. Who knows? Maybe you've got a favourite one. These all may seem almost strange. It's like, why would I decorate my house, or why would I color it or something? But you know, it all makes all the difference, I guess you could say. The third that I can think of is people. I used to give people about 2 to 3 years. If a person was causing me dis-ease, and half the time I liked the person, I enjoyed being around them. It's just it caused me such discomfort, such tension, you know, maybe anxiety or worry or whatever, that I couldn't be around them. They were too just too much. And I think that's caused by the person themselves. Excuse me, feeling that feeling, or the combination of you two causes that reaction. Anyway, I'd give them around that much time, and they always, you know, no one really seems to change from the core. At least it takes over, I guess, 7, 12 odd years. And I found when I let them out of my life, I would feel intensely. Of course, you go through a bad feeling. It's like, I imagine what a breakup is like. You go through that mourning period. Thinking, oh, maybe I should, you know, see them again, maybe not. And then after that, it's like it's intense peace that you've never known before, intense clarity. It's like, man, how did I do that? How did I live that life? So one thing I very recommend is, yeah, removing people. Maybe it's family members or friends, or it could even be a work environment. That's another one. Your work is a big cause of stress. have to be very careful about toxic work environments and the people there, and if you work around any kind of chemicals or any bad smells or bad sensations or anything that you don't, it's not good for you. Now, of course, you to some extent you could say you need some tension in your life, and it's more it should be the tension that you choose. It shouldn't be the tension that is dealt to you. That's how I see it. It's just enough to keep you firm, but not enough to make you hard as a rock. Which is brings me to another thing. When we're surrounded by bad things, by tense things, we lock up, we shield ourselves essentially. Usually it's a natural reaction to do that. Sometimes we do the absolute opposite, which is to just puddle out and form into goo. If someone has very bad thyroid problems, and they the idea of like, oh, I put on weight because of my thyroid, that's actually how it happens, I believe, is that they continuously relax and puddle out until, and because of this, it's like an excessive yin to try ground and to try polarize themselves from their outside world. Similarly, if someone is overly tense, they will you get very skinny, you get very ghoulish looking, so to speak. So there's two different kind of poles or ways. Depends on your disposition. But your tension is your shielding. Your relaxation is your healing. So you need to be able to unwind. You need a safe location, a relaxing location where there's not going to be noise and distractions and all this annoyance. I recommend in social media, be very careful about that. Friends trying to call you or whatever. It's good to give yourself some time where you don't focus on that, you don't bother with it, or to remove some of it in general. I do recommend. So yeah, managing tension and relaxation is very important. You can think of yourself as a whole, as like an orb or something, and you slowly get more constricted and more constricted when you get stressed, and you allow yourself to open up more and more and more. As just say you're trying to get to sleep. That's if people have sleep problems, then they generally need to learn to relax more, because they're so wound up from the day that they need to spend an hour or two just unwinding, when trying to get to sleep. I have that actually. I'm always trying to get more and more work done. So before I go to sleep, I'm working my butt off, trying to get things done, and that's my own choice, because there's only so many good hours of the day, so to speak. Anyway, so social media is kind of more of on the spiritual side, so to speak, because it's in the internet. The internet is a spiritual technology. Your mind state, your mindset. It's important not to take on like back maybe 5 odd years ago, in the more spiritual new age community, all this stuff. It was very hyper yang, hyper masculine. It was all about love and light and raising your vibration. This is hyper masculinity, actually. And that didn't really work. Most people just got completely detached from reality. They got completely, it's like a hot air balloon that went off to another world. So you need to find that balance of, sometimes you need a harsher mindset of like, oh, fuck him, fuck her, you know, that person's a bitch or whatever, or I'm better than everyone. Sometimes you need a bit of that. You need a bit of that, you know, dirty confidence. I didn't want to say narcissism because it's not really. I'm not talking about like a narcissism, but like an aggressive confidence. And other times you need to be like, well, you know, it's very difficult. I've personally find to just say if someone says something mean or whatever. I mean, I recommend you try to deal with things in the moment if you can. It's very difficult because you may get shocked into a bad memory or traumatic memory and such. But try to deal with things in the moment. Try to do what you will be able to live with, and that may mean getting angry at someone if they say something nasty or disgusting. Brings me to another thing which I can't really explain all in this video, which is dealing with trauma. And some traumas you have to deal with and some you don't. As in, you can to some extent pick and choose. If it's continuously damaging and annoying your life, you may want to meditate over it. Trauma being, usually it's in the form of a bad memory that comes up in the form of a restriction on your body or life, a thing that you can't do because you had a horrible time in the past. Usually you want to meditate through that and slowly work towards it physically and all that. Sometimes it may just be an annoying memory that keeps popping up and you personally don't really care about it or don't need to deal with it. And in those cases, I find it's okay to kind of tense up, to kind of just block it out a little bit. People say, don't block away everything, but if you don't block away everything, you end up having to deal with everything and you can't actually deal with everything. So that's why there's always a balance, because you have to know when to fight the battles and know when to not fight them, know when to attack, when to defend. That is the whole essence of this. So to finish off, there's a reason why it's called cultivation of happiness, peace and relaxation and such, is because doing things to make you happy, like making yourself a cup of tea, taking a bath, these give you temporary happiness. They give you a little bit of that nice warmth. But you're cultivating the plant within you, the seed within you. That just is the, you're changing the physicality, you're changing the hard aspects. So you can go from being a stressed or an angry or a troublesome person to a more zen person. And that does not mean being weak or throwing away power. Your warrior can kill a person with a straight, a zen warrior can kill someone with a straight face, and sometimes, who knows, maybe that's what needs to happen. So don't think it means being weak or being passive or anything like that. It means it's more being able to control, being able to mediate and stabilize your own inner emotions and inner world. So I'll leave you with that, and hope you gain something from it.